All right, we're quickly going to go into the lesson, which is, of course, it's titled Feast of Dedication. True Winter Holiday, Part 1. Feast of Dedication. And again, another way to call Feast of Dedication is Feast of what? Feast of Life.
It's that time of the year again when the whole world seems to be drunk on the spirit of fall and winter pagan holidays, with very few having knowledge of what the Feast of Dedication is, and even a few celebration and keeping the feast. It can be a challenge not to celebrate a pagan's day that the rest of the world is partaking in. Much persecution can come from families and friends for celebrating something that is foreign and far removed from their minds. Let's take a look at the importance and significance of the Feast of Dedication with hope that it will instill in us the same level of motivation and dedication as it did our foreparents, while helping us overcome the pressure of celebrating pagan days.
Right. And right now, you tell anyone that you celebrate Hanukkah, trust me, they're going to look at you weird. They're going to ask you what's wrong with you at some level. Or they may not say a word to you. Or they might say, well, are you Jewish? Once you say, yeah, I celebrate Hanukkah, everybody will just look at you. You're not Jewish. I don't belong to us. And that's how deep the lie is. And with us, the Most High is using us to cast down those imaginations, those lies. That's the war we're in. We're fighting against lies. All right? So again, we know that before we go ahead and read the scriptures, we have to understand what happened when we deal with the Feast of Dedication, the purpose of the Feast of Dedication. We have to remind everyone what this is all about. Okay? Let's read Feast of Dedication here. Let's read Feast of Dedications out of John Bible Dictionary. All right?
The Feast of Lights was observed for 8 days, beginning on the 25th day of Kislev, our December. It was instituted by Judas Maccabeus in 164 BC, when the temple, which had been defiled by Antiochus and Epiphanes, king of Syria, and was cleansed and rededicated to the service of the Most High.
So again, the temple was defiled by other nations, because they don't belong in there. Read.
During these days, the Israelites met in their synagogues, carrying branches of trees in their hands, and held jubilant services.
Mm-hmm.
The children were told the brave...
What was the children told? This is what we got to tell our children. What was told to our children? Read.
The children were told...
The children were told, read.
The brave and stirring deeds of the Maccabees to rouse them to noble emulation.
The brave and stirring deed of what the Maccabees have done. We have to always instill that in our young men, so they can understand their history. Let them know these were your forefathers who fought to deliver the whole land, the temple, and the people. They have to know this history. That's what we're bringing back. Our young men, so they can still have that spirit in them, knowing that when they're fighting for the Most High. They can't just be raising their hands and fighting for no reason. When you fight, it must be for the Most High. Read it again for me, where it says, stir the children.
the children were told the brave and stirring deeds of the Maccabees to rouse them to noble emulation.
So to what?
Noble emulation.
To noble emulation. To let them know you have to imitate what your forefathers have done. Let them know you must imitate that at all times. So maybe one day you'll be in the front line delivering your people as well. So this is what this whole thing about when it comes to the Feast of Dedication. Our forefathers fought and liberate the land, liberate the temple. And so these are the stories we're going to go into and read about them as much as we possibly could through the scriptures. So now let's go to the first Maccabees 1:1.
First Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land Sittim, had smitten Darius, king of Persia and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
So we see with Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, which we know that's a land that doesn't belong to him anyway. Alright? The land belongs to the sons of Japheth. So these are the lands they took. When you read Genesis 10:4, it lets you know who Kittim was. Let's read that in Genesis 10:4 real quick. Genesis 10:4.
Genesis 10:4. And the sons of Javan.
Matter of fact, start at verse 2, then we can jump down to 4.
Genesis 10:2. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Repha, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisa, and Tarshish, Kittim.
And who?
Kittim.
And who?
Kittim.
So again, that was one of the sons of Japheth. So that area belongs to a Japhetic son. Belongs to Japhetic people. Now this land was taken over first by the Persian king, but since Alexander took over Persia, he also took over that land as well. Okay, so again, that's when it says Kittim, it's referring to almost every island in that area, Cyprus and everything. Okay, Cyprus was a land where Alexander took over. That's why till this day, you will see who's there in that land. But also in that land, our people were there too. All right? But we see Kittim was a son of Japheth. Let's go ahead and read Maccabees 1:1 again.
Verse 1. And it happened after Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, had smitten Darius, king of Persia and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
He was the first king over Greece. Now we know the Bible speaks of him. The Bible speaks of Alexander. When you read Daniel, the 7th chapter, also Daniel, the 11th chapter, it speaks of him. Okay? Yeah, the Bible speaks of him. But again, read on.
Verse 2. And made many wars, and won many strongholds.
And again, we don't call him Alexander the Great, the Greek. People say he was a great man. Yeah, he fought some battles. But the greater men come from the house of Israel. Great men come from the house of Israel. Okay? These are great men when it comes to evil. But great men, when it comes to righteousness, controlling the world, setting the earth in order, comes from your seeds. People are always looking at us like we're the worst thing on earth, when really, we're the best thing on earth. And it's through us that the Most High will set the earth in order. So we're not to forget who we are. We're not to walk with our head down like we're nothing. Read on.
The rest of 2. And slew the kings of the earth. Verse 3. And went through to the end of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
So now he got prideful, because he started running a whole lot of other countries, destroying Egypt, destroying the Medes, destroying Persia. I mean, he controls a lot of places. He went and battled against them and overcome them. Read on.
Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. Verse 5. And after these things he fell sick.
After these things he fell sick, because he wasn't right himself. You know, there's some deep research you can look into and find that this guy, you know, he operated with other men. He was a sick man too. It's one of the things that they always do. He was operating with men as well. Read on.
And perceived that he should die.
And he knew he was about to die. Read on.
Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
What did he do? He parted the kingdom among them, which we can read that in the book of Daniel.
And parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
All right, so we know he had 4 generals. All right, he parted his kingdom among 4 generals. All right, and let's read that in Daniel 7 and 6 real quick. Daniel 7 and 6.
Daniel 7 and 6. Daniel 7 and 6. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl.
So again, those beasts are not actual beasts, which you all know by now. Okay? Those 4 beasts are not actual beasts. Read on.
The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was
The beast had 4 heads. Who was that beast? Exactly. He's that beast, but he divided his kingdom into what? 4 generals. Who will be ruling. Read on.
After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible.
So again, that, you know, this guy was terrible. I mean, he wore, no one would be alive when he wore. All right? So let's leave that. Let's go back to 1 Maccabees.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 20 years, 12 years, and then died. Verse 8. And his servants bare rule, every one in his place. Verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Many years.
Read on.
And evil were multiplied in the earth.
Then ever since then, Evil start multiplying in the earth till this day, and it gets worse and worse and worse. It never gets better. It gets worse and worse and worse. Let's give me a scripture in 2 Ezra 11. Second Ezra 11, let's start at verse 39.
2 Ezra 11 and 39. Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
So again, so people can, let me refresh people's mind with the beasts that they are king. Let's go to Daniel 7 and 17.
Daniel 7 and 17. These great beasts
are what?
Which are four. Are four kings.
Are four what?
Are four kings.
4 kings, 4 rulers. So when you read the beasts in the scriptures, Daniel, Revelation, those beasts are what? Kings or rulers. Read.
Which shall arise out of the earth.
Which shall arise out of the earth. So those 4 beasts that we read are kings, powers, authority, rulers. Let's go back to 2 Ezra 11 and start at 39 again.
2 Ezra 11 and 39. Are not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
With what?
With much wicked oppression.
With much wicked oppression. We have 2 Ezra 11. What verse we have now?
Verse 40.
Verse 40, read.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Read on.
For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
So they have not judged the earth with truth. Everything they're saying, they're doing when they're going to war, there's a lie behind it. Oh, we're going through Iraq. He has weapons of mass destruction. Lies. Whatever they bring, whenever they're going, there's a lie behind it. They have not judged the earth with truth. Read it again for me.
Starting at 39?
No. 40. We're at 40, right?
41?
Is that where you're at?
Yeah. 2 Ezra 11 and 41.
Uh-huh.
For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
Mm-hmm.
For thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
You have oppressed the meek. Those who've done nothing to you. You've oppressed. And you injured those who are peaceable with you, who've done nothing to you. Like they did to the North American Indians. Like they did to all of us. We've done nothing. We're peaceable. But they come in an area, destruction. Wiped out. And people are calling black people bad. I don't even understand. I mean, we go to a grocery store, we steal a kingdom. These people steal countries. Nothing happens then. Those who are at peace with them end up dead. Nothing happens. I mean, I can understand I'm fighting with you. Watch your back, I'll watch my back. It's not even like that. Peaceable. I mean, you giving them food, taking care of them, relax, this is how you cook. Alright? Make sure everything is full, no blood in there, and make sure it's really well done. Show them everything. Death is our recompense. Showing them how to put shoes on them and everything.
Show them how to take a bath and everything.
But read on. We have verse 42, right?
Yeah, 42.
Uh-huh.
But thou hast afflicted the meek. deceit.
Uh-huh.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
Uh-huh.
Thou hast loved liars.
You love liars. You're a master when it comes to lies. You guys ever watch the press conference on CNN and Fox when they ask them questions? Straight lies. And they're looking at you, I mean, they're professional at it. To a point where you believe it 100%. It's like they went to school for it. They love lies. Read.
And destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
They destroyed those who bring forth fruit. Read.
And has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
See that? Read.
Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty.
So the Most High is looking at everything. Everything that we've done goes up to Him. Everything we do goes up to Him. And when the time is right, He brings forth judgment. Let's go back to 1 Maccabees again.
1 Maccabees 1 and 10. And there came out of them a wicked root Antioch, surnamed Epiphanes.
I mean, it's the whole race. Nothing good can never come out of them. Read.
Kanarawakan, son of Antioch the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of Greece. Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about us, for since we depart from them, we have had much sorrow.
So then you always going to have people among us that's against you. And the system understand, the world understand that. You always going to have some who's against you that's within, that's among you. That's what the scripture is saying. Some of these people say, well, ever since we step with ourselves from them, man, ain't nothing working out for us. I mean, these leaders down here, man, they're not doing it right. Look how the other nations are flourishing and we've been destroyed here. Let's read it again.
Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel.
And that's why we have to understand and stick with the law, not moving to the right, nor moving to the left. Because the scripture tells us in Exodus 23rd chapter, let's read that real quick, that we're not to make a league with other nations. Right. 23 and 32.
Exodus 23 and 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods.
Because anytime you connect with them, you also connect with their God. So he says, don't make a league with them, nor with their God. And I'm going to show that when you connect with them, you also connect with their God. They work together. Read it again for me. What verse we at? 32, right?
Exodus 23 and 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their God.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their God. And it's referring to other nations. Okay? It's referring to other nations. Let's do Deuteronomy 13 and 12.
Deuteronomy 13 and 12. If thou shalt hear say in one of thy cities, which the Lord thy God hath given thee to dwell there, saying, certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their cities, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which ye have not known. Then shalt thou inquire and make search, and ask diligently, and behold, if it be true, and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought among you, thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof with the edge of the sword. And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the street thereof, and shalt burn with fire the city, and all the spoil thereof, every whit, for the Lord thy God, and it shall be in heat forever, it shall not be built again.
Verse 16, verse 16.
Verse 16, and thou shalt gather.
Right, so again, this is referring to how we are not supposed to make a league with other nations, because it's going to link to their God. Notice how you find out, if you find out anyone doing that, make sure you gather all the information that they're doing that, then destroy it. Make sure there's a heavy investigation going on, that someone is trying to have you going and deal with these other nations, knowing that that's going to link to their other God. Let this and gather every information as much as possible. And if this thing is true, destroy even the city. Why? Because the Most High does not want us to link with any other God but Himself. But do we not see the result of why He never wants us to do that? Look at the result. Look how we destroy. Because we reject what He says. That's why we are not to move to the right nor to the left when it comes to His law. Let's read 1 Maccabees 5 and 5. 1 Maccabees 7 and 5.
First Maccabees 7 and 5. There came unto him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel, having Alchemus, who was desirous to be high priest for their captain. And they accused the people to the king, saying.
So now you got one who desired to be high priest now. You know, since he desired, that's why you got to be careful with people with ambition. Especially if it's not for the right cause. Now this guy desired to be high priest. He links up with everybody else. They're all against God's people. Read.
Saying, Judas and his brethren have slain all thy friends.
See that? He went to the king and said, listen, this guy, his own people, this guy, Judas, he killed all your friends. Read.
And driven us out of our own land. Now therefore send some man whom thou trustest, and let him go and see what havoc he had made among us, and in the king's land, and let him punish them with all them that aid him.
Read it again for.
Verse 7. Now therefore send some man whom thou trustest, and let him go and see what havoc he had made among us, and in the king's land, and let him punish them with all them that aid them.
So he required that his own people got punished, because he desired to be the high priest. That's the main reason why. He wants to be in charge. Okay? But with him wanting to be in charge, he don't mind who's being destroyed. That's not a problem for him. As long as he got the title, he's good. Okay? So let's go back to First Maccabees, what? 11. We're at 11?
Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
See that? Now people start getting licenses to ride a horse. People start getting licenses to do anything. When really we're not supposed to get a license for none of that stuff. Permission to drive my own car. A permission to have my own house. Permission from my master for everything. And you may not think that you asking permission. That's what a permit is for. That's what a license is for. And it's up to them to decide whether they give it to you or not. Oh, you've been into a 2-car accident. Your insurance don't go high. Who knows? We may not even give you a license. Yeah, you can't have chicken without a license in your backyard. You can't do nothing. Oh, you need a permit for this. To grow your own food, yeah, we need a permit. And that permit is going to sit there for about a month until they even call you and tell you, yeah, you're approved. We need a license for everything. A permit for everything. Read on. We are verse 13, right?
14.
14. Read 14 again for me.
13 again.
13 to 14.
Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
To do after the way of the nations. Read on.
Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen.
So now we start having a place of gymnasium. And listen, this is going back. Gymnasium is being built. Gym is being built. These things start happening. Let's get 2 Maccabees, the 4th chapter. And let's start at verse 7.
2 Maccabees 4 and 7.
And the thing about it, like I said that before. When you linked up with the other nations, you linked up with their guides as well. Now, let me read this here. It says, the gymnasium was the setting not only for the athletics, because people are exercising that, but for the lectures and for honoring the Greek gods. So it wasn't just for, exercising or games. It links to also you honoring their gods. All the Olympics we watch and all that stuff, and I mean, don't get me wrong, we all watch it. We love to see what's going on out there. We love the sports. But this also links to honoring great gods. That's what's going on. They didn't just build a gymnasium for people to come and, do what they have to do when it comes to sports. It was also a way of honoring their gods. And we're going to show that. Let's go to 2 Maccabees, the 4th chapter.
2 Maccabees 4 and 7. But after the death of Seleucus, when Antiochus called Epiphanes took the kingdom, Jason, the brother of Onias, labored underhand to be high priest, promising unto the king by intercession 360 talents of silver, and of another revenue 80 talents. Besides
so
this,
we see he finally obtained the high priest by corruption. Telling his own people are wicked, they're not your friend. And I don't know why we still got the same custom. You remember when they were trying to kill Christ? Oh, he's not a friend of a ride. I don't know what's up with that spirit. To destroy others. Read on.
Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise and for the training up of youth in the fashion of the heathen, and to right them of Jerusalem.
And that's why we said we're coming back with the youth to train them again in righteousness. We're trying to train our youth back again to righteousness. That's what we're going to try to be doing. Read on. What verse you at?
9.
Read on.
Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise and for the training up of youth in the fashion of the heathen, and to right them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians, which when the kings had granted.
So we got verse 9, right? It says,
verse 10.
Yeah. So again, that place was, they want to start unrolling people of Jerusalem as citizens of Antioch. As citizens. Now you got Israelites born, now they're a citizen of Greeks. Wicked. Read.
10. Which when the king had granted and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to the Greekish fashion.
Right, because now you're a Greek citizen. Read.
And the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John the father of Eupolemus, who went ambassador to Rome for enmity and aid, he took away and putting down the government which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law.
See that? He destroyed the law. Got the way we're supposed to worship the Most High, the way we're supposed to operate, the lawful ways of living. He destroyed that. Then he introduced a new custom, contrary to the law of the Most High God. That's what he did. Read on.
Verse 12, for he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat.
Exactly. So now he enticed the young men, the young boys now. He enticed them. He seduced them. And make him wear a hat, thinking this is cool. Put it backwards and do it this way. Yeah. That's what he did. He started wearing. Listen, that custom comes from the Greeks. We wear mitre. That was our custom. That was our way. So now with the Greek custom, brothers wearing a hat, doing all type of style with it. The world follows that. Not knowing we're leading the world into following other gods when we were supposed to lead the world into following our God. See how they use us to have the whole earth worshiping demons? When the Most High said, I'm going to have you to be a light of the world. Then Satan said, you know what, I have to switch that around. I want God's people to become a light for me. Knowing that they have a special spirit in them. Knowing that when we start doing something, we jump with one leg, everybody jump with one leg. We this way, everybody does. Whatever we do, the world follows. And they understand that. They understand that spirit that's in them. So Satan said, I got to use them. I got to utilize these people. Since their God reject them, they don't want to follow his law no more. I'll use them. And through them, I'll have the whole world follow me. Read.
Verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashion, and increase of heathenist manners through the exceeding profaneness of Jason and that ungodly wretch.
Exactly.
And no high priest.
Yeah. He destroyed Jerusalem with these wicked ways of having God's people follow the Greek fashion. The Greek ways, that which links to worshiping gods. Read.
Verse 14, that the priests had no courage to serve anymore at the altar, but the...
And now the young priest, man, instead of studying the law, staying in scriptures, and do what they got to do, listen, man, they hear a soccer game going on. They hear basketball going on. They hear all type of stuff going on. They can't resist. These are young men. They are enticed. They say, man, listen, this sacrificing animal stuff, I'm out of here. I want to play some sport. And our people, man, we love playing sport. And the city's like, yeah, that's the way to get them. Have them leave following laws. Have them don't get up 3 in the morning, 9 in the morning and sacrifice into nothing. That's the schedule we're going to put together to start exercising. Make sure they don't pray at 6 in the morning. We will schedule that they must be in training at 6. They ain't got time to do nothing. Read on.
that the priests had no courage to serve anymore at the altar, but despising the temple.
They left the temple now, read.
And neglecting the sacrifices.
They're not sacrifices anymore. They're out of there. You're this young men that dress up with the high priest clothes, mix it. I mean, the whole 9 yards when it comes to Exodus. They let that go. Yeah, say it, brother.
Now you got big 6'9", 240-pound basketball players wearing makeup and skirts.
Men who's supposed to be sacrificing for the Most High. Men who's supposed to rise up the whole earth through the law. This is how we've been tricked. That's why we've got to be careful with our young men, our young sisters. Because they use your who? Your own people. They were using who? A high priest, Jason, to destroy Jerusalem. Knowing that it wouldn't just stop there, it'll go everywhere. Because we are the light. Read.
Hasten to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise after the game of discus.
After the
what? And forth.
After the game of discus, throwing something into a ring, some mess. We got caught into it. Like, man, I can't wait. What sacrifice at 3 p.m.? What are you talking about, man? I gotta go practice. You see how they got us? We gotta bring righteousness back to the Most High. Come on. Continue to read for me.
Verse 15. Not setting by the honors of their fathers.
See that? The honor of their fathers, which was what? Being a high priest. Worship the Most High. Sacrificing. Praising the Most High. That's out of the window now. Read.
But like in the glory of the Grecians.
Now they like the glory of the Grecians. They receive a golden thing, whatever. Yeah, you won. You won the race. You're a champion. Here's a medal. Here's a medal. Now we don't like anything that has to do with the Most High. We want to follow anything the Greeks have to do, which connects to their gods. We have our beautiful sister, what's her name, in gymnastics? Simone, wait, what's her name, right? Yeah, being utilized. The best in the world. That's exactly what they're looking for, the best in the world. And how the whole world focus on that sister that can perform to the highest level based on her spirit that the Most High had given her. Now they want the world to follow and want other children to go in there, knowing that that's going to link to what? Their gods, not our God. We don't get credit for it. Our God don't get credit for nothing. Satan's get, and he's been worshipped. That's what's going on. We don't know what verse you're at.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. Verse 16, by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them, for they had them to be their enemies and avengers, whose custom they follow so earnestly, and unto whom they desire to be like in all things.
The only thing we're missing is that you'll be punished for breaking God's law. He said a sore calamity hit them. Read it again for me, verse 15.
Verse 15, 16, by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them.
A sore calamity came upon them. Heavy disease, heavy disaster overtake them. Read.
For they had them to be their enemies and avengers, whose custom they followed so earnestly, and unto whom they desire to be like in all things.
Whose custom they follow earnestly. Not our law now. We throw that away. We're not dealing with the sacrifice anymore. Pray this time. No, we put that aside. Now it's the training. Hardcore training to become the best athletes. That's what we do now. Read.
Verse 17, for it is not a light thing to do wickedly against the laws of God.
You're gonna listen, most of you're gonna pay for it. It's not a light thing to break his law, boy. You're gonna get something as a result. And we read some of the curses earlier too. You will be paying for what you've done when you break the law. Read.
But the time following shall declare these things.
So the Most High said, listen, he punished you based on his time. You don't get things right. Sometimes it's on the spot. Sometimes it's a couple of years later. Who knows? He do things according to his will. Read.
Now when the game was used every 5th year was kept at Tyrus, the king being present. Verse 18. Now when the game that was used every 5th year was kept at Tyrus, the king being present, this ungracious Jason sent special messengers.
So, you guys know a lot of times, especially when it comes to a final, a man of high status will show up. Let's use soccer for example. When it comes to the final, the president will be there to honor whoever wins and shake their hands and congratulate them and give them a medal. You see how the kings were there. And now they're not being named as Israelites anymore. They are Antioch, they're Christian now. Read.
This ungracious Jason sent special messengers from Jerusalem who were Antiochians to carry 300 drachms of silver to the sacrifice of Hercules.
He's getting money from the temple now for his mess. Read.
Which even the bearers thereof thought fit not to bestow upon the sacrifice, because it was not convenient, but to be reserved for other charges. This money then, in regard of the sinner, was appointed to Hercules, sacrifice.
See that? Took money from the temple to sacrifice to who? Hercules, a Greek god. That's what was going on. Read.
But because of the bearers thereof, it was employed to the making of Galilees.
Which verse 24 again? Verse 24? 20, verse 20.
Verse 20. And this money then, in regards of the sinner, was appointed to Hercules' sacrifice.
So again, we see everything was, like I said, when you're dealing with gymnasium, it links to dealing with the sacrifices to other gods. Now, who knows, whenever there's a final at a game, who knows how many children is being missing? Who knows who's being destroyed? Who knows how many kids is sacrificing to this God? While we're cheering up, who knows how many sacrifices have been happening? But let's go back to 1 Maccabees. We are 1 and verse what? 14. 14, let's do 15 now.
Verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief.
Right, so now we wouldn't even sacrifice, we wouldn't even circumcising our children no more. And I read that they were embarrassed to do it. They didn't want to do it anymore. They were embarrassed. That's how bad he got us into dealing with a holy law that the Most High gave Abraham. We become embarrassed to deal with it. Read. You want to go Jeremiah 10? Yeah, let's go Jeremiah 10. All right, Jeremiah 10 and 1.
Land where no mankind dwelt, we went. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's who we be, Manasseh.
Israel. Let's give them another round of applause. Israel, let's give them another round of applause. Come on, Israel. Gathering of Christ Church Choir. Let's give them a round of applause, family. All praise be to the Most High God.
We from Puerto Rico, a valley from the isles of Hawaii. The Lord is calling back Israel. Babylon from Panama.
Sometimes hard to tell night from day. Still that hope that lies within is reassured as I keep my eyes upon the shore. I know He'll lead me safe. That He has prepared. But if the storm don't cease, and if the wind keep on blowing, my soul
American Indians, Simeon, the Dominicans. Ahayah's gathering Israel. The Arabs and Africans told us.
What did you do before you came into this truth?
I ain't going back to that life.
What did you do before you came into this truth?
I ain't going back to that life.
What did you do before you came into this truth?
I ain't going back to that life.
What did you do before you came into this truth?
I ain't going back to that
The
life.
Most High bless me, forgive my way.
I hit that water.
And stuck in the day. They thought I was tripping, and so did my fam. They dropped me like a bad habit, and said I'm away. Now I'm the man in the higher by Yashayah. Whoa, who will lift me off my feet? Who will show me how to be? Who will show me how to live? You came into this truth.
I ain't going back to that life.
You came into this truth.
I ain't going back to that life.
You came into this truth.
I ain't going back to that life.
You came into this truth.
I ain't going back to that life.
Whoa,
Something else planned? Appreciate it.
Yashayah to the end of time. I walk by faith and not by sight. You send me, I have you in my heart and my mind, and show me your
14. Ye are the light of the world. Yeah. The city that sit on the hill cannot be hid.
Yeah.
Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. My people is destroyed for they lack the knowledge. There's any knowledge that can't be getting college. Yashayah is the way. I don't care what they say, cause at the end of the test, we're gonna come out great. We should never lose faith. Ahayah is the only way. Whatever is worth to us to do, we should always obey. Cause every time we keep the law, we make the demons stay. That's why I'll follow you all my days and never stray. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. So keep us in the light.
Keep it going.
Be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me, so I can see Christ in me. Be a light in me,
Run it.
Knowing that he said he loved me and he gave it me. Knowledge, knowing that the Lord I love him, yet he's put on fire. Till the end of time, no one can get by. Lord, help me work it out so I can get this time. Know where he's divine, know I took my time. And looking forward to the life that will be mine. I'm telling you, yeah, little grace. Let's be the light. Let's be the taste. We in them down, let's get them down. Let's stand these words about. No one that say lost now. No one that say find it, y'all. This is what I understand the truth. This is what I want to do. Live with the Lord to the end of time. No one can discuss like this time.
At gunpoint. Together our wives and children that sold us.
Just living the dream. Hey, just living the dream, but whose dream is it anyway? Acting like you got it all together, you just sit and wait. Just when you thought you knew something, you ain't know nothing. Head full of what you ain't even much holding nothing. Going 100 miles a minute and you still standing still, walking dead, living zombie, you don't even know what's real. Like work, home, eat, sleep, wake up and repeat. Got you trapped in the bitches, got eyes but can't see. Like work, home, eat, sleep, wake up and repeat. Got you trapped in the bitches, got eyes but can't see. You can have that
my life was in the Bible on the dresser. Never knew I read about me and Paul's letters. I heard this up a little bit. Everything and roll with us and this no pressure. Never knew my life was in the Bible on the dresser. Never knew I read about me and Paul's letters. I pray we won't get up. My people gotta get up. Everything and roll with us and this.
Such a bring you in the bondage again with ships. Long trips get whipped if you open your lips. Open your lips and enslaved women. They sold you up on the money block. Nobody gonna say you and ain't no way you gon' make it stop. Shout out to the bottom, what these guys be. It's really starting to sound like these my people. Get out here in the Bible, following my history. Been to tell me all this time, y'all done lied to me. You ain't wanted to know I'm going to kill the giants with a slingshot. You ain't wanted to know I'm holding cause I won't stop. I'm free, you know we royalty. That's right, I'm done. You making them lions feel like some kitty cats. Real people ain't no gonna give you all the facts. Really glad it's been a church, don't call me Peter. That's when it's getting hot, I'm turning up the heater. Let it look in the furnace, talking about my broad feet. Hell like sheep, bull rights look like me.
Never knew my life was in the Bible on the dresser. Never knew I read about me and Paul's letters. I pray we won't give up. My people gotta get up in the pin and roll with us in this. No pressure. Never knew my life was in the Bible on the dresser. Never knew I read about me and Paul's letters. I pray we won't give up. My people gotta get up in the pin and roll with us. And I stay in my position with Christ, like I'm paralyzed, clean like I'm sterilized. I check myself on verified. God got us up with me. It keep me teary-eyed. Pray keep me energized. Keep this rock on the rise. Walking like a really guys. 2 disciples, 12 tribes, 12 pair of eyes. On the side of the most high. After Christ came and died, they focus was to sanitize. Pray to God when I rise every time. Let the world do their thing, but it's gonna come at time when it rains in the summertime. We're ready for the line. Run the lion, come alive. Speaking through a blessed God. My choice is just to never stop. This Bible in my pocket ain't a stage crime. I ain't a choice, it's a slingshot. Put a giant on the rock. God's plans I carry out. If God's stick, I hear him out. Chillin' with him, Yashayah. Chillin' with the shepherd of the flock. We won't stop what we got. And there's no pressure. Never knew my life was in the Bible on the dresser. Never knew I read about me and Paul's letters. I pray we won't give up. My people gotta get up and repent and roll with us. And there's no pressure. Never knew my life was in the Bible on the dresser. Never knew I read about me and Paul's letters. I pray we won't give up. My people gotta get up and repent and roll with us. And this Bible on the dresser, y'all. Life in the Bible on the dresser. All praise the Most High, praise the Most Ahayah, Father Ahayah. Dedication, y'all. Happy New Year. Yeah. Black Luxury. So this song is called Black Luxury. It's gonna be a celebration.
All we do is sing anthems. Let's go. Hebrew Israelites, talk to them. And they everywhere, and they act like they don't care. You see them in the trap, and they acting straight white. I don't know, the devil got them acting like that. Hit them with the steps, and they about to turn it back. Sometimes, unfortunately, you leave them like that. In this walk home, gotta dust your Tim's off. Yeah, you know we walk, cause we serving up boss. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Gentile is right there. True first, then the Gentile is right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. True first, then the Gentile is right there. Let's go. Hopping out the whip, fringes swinging with the gift. And you know the homies never seen me like this. Walking with the light, Yashayah got you right. See me and Boynton getting dipped right. Yo, Fennell did me down, got my life right. You did it for the both of us, me and my wife. Yo, hold it down, homie, no more living life. Yeah, I rap Christ, I'ma put it on my life. Saying Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Jew first and the Gentiles is right there. Jew first and the Gentiles right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Jew first and the Gentiles right there. Check it out. Yo, homeboy, you put the game like that. You turn around and then you might as well be appreciate Ahayah for bringing me back. Don't tell you what, because I'm ever going back. Yeah, because Ahayah did it like that. Released from Satan's grip, yeah, I'm on the team. Yo, homie, I really see what you mean. Now I'm in the booth spitting on them 16, say Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. True first, and the Gentiles right there. True first, and the Gentiles right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. Hebrew Israelites, yeah, we right there. True first, and the Gentiles right there. True first, and the Gentiles right there. Yo, it's right there, homie. Yeah, it's right there. Huh? It's right there, homie. What? It's right there. Come on. What? It's right there, homie. Huh? It's right there. What? It's right there, homie. Ha. It's right. Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me. I can say never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. When I look back on all you brought me through, I can see that you are the one I held to, and I never would have made it. Oh, I never could have made it. Never could have made it without you. Oh, I would have lost it all. Oh, but now I see how you were there for me. I never would have made it. No, I never could have made it without you. I would have lost my mind a long time ago if it had not been for you. I'm stronger, I'm wiser, now I'm better, so much better. I made it through a storm and a test because you were there to carry me through my mess.
And again, before we pray, I want to thank everyone. It's a big thing we just did, but it could only be done by us coming together in unity and us coming together as brothers and sisters and allow the Holy Spirit to be in the midst of us to have this whole thing put together. And I thank everyone for cooperating, put everything together. And one thing I gotta say too, I don't know what happened today with all the food, but I guess we gotta do it every time. Every feast, that's how it's gonna go down. We're gonna have to bring the whole. You see how we did the 12 tribes, right? We're trying to do the whole tribes. Look how it turns out. So we're gonna stick with that, man. I got 2 plates. Unbelievable. All praise. So we're gonna continue to do it like that in families, please stay together. Please stay in unity. Y'all can see what the Most High can do when we come together. So let's pray out, family.